Here's your daily Premier League roundup and transfer update, provide you the latest Premier League news all in one place under 3 minutes. Hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get straight into it with your latest news. So firstly, Fabrizio Romano reports that FC Porto are waiting for Arsenal to decide in the next 12 to 24 hours on Jakub Kiwior's proposal, which is worth €26 million. Kiwior was never going to travel last night. It depends on Arsenal, who are still deciding internally. Green light might also depend on talks with Bayern for Pierre Nkapé. Fabrizio Romano reports that sources playing down reports on Andre Onana joining West Ham on loan from Manchester United. There's no talks. Semin Lamon's potential rival United, which is still in negotiations, doesn't mean Andre Onana leaves this summer. Fabrizio Romano reports that Jeremy Pino to Crystal Palace. Here we go. Verbal agreement in place between all parties involved. €30 million fixed fee plus add-ons and long-term deal for the winger, who also said yes to Crystal Palace leaving Villarreal. Exclusive story from last week confirmed. Fabrizio Romano reports that Napoli keep working on the details to fix the Rasmus Højlund deal with Manchester United and players' camp. Optimism still remains. Højlund's exit is being discussed between the players' side and Manchester United in particular in order to proceed with Napoli move on loan with a €45 million buy obligation. Fabrizio Romano reports that AS Roma had positive talks with Tariq George's camp in London. George can now join AS Roma on a permanent deal with a heavy sell-on clause. Talks are underway. The exclusive story is being confirmed. Fabrizio Romano reports that Newcastle's second bid for Jurgen Strang-Larsen was sent out and rejected by Wolves again. Package of £55 million turned down by Wolves as they insist on keeping their striker. Matteo Morento reports that Jeremy Pino has said yes to Crystal Palace. He's given the green light on the move. The transfer could be finalised in the next few hours and talks are very, very, very advanced, the words, with Villarreal at the moment. Fabrizio Romano via YouTube has said that Tottenham have not left the table yet for Savinho of Manchester City. They hope to sign him. This still depends on Manchester City and their attempts to sign Rodrigo. Spurs are still waiting on the green light. Fabrizio Romano said that Tottenham have inquired about the situation of West Ham midfielder Luis Paquetá in the past 24 hours, whereas they've also made call for others. Another name mentioned internally within Tottenham in the past few hours is Antoine Semenyo, but that deal will be seen as difficult to do for Tottenham. Gimme Sport report that Fabio Paratici is set to return to Tottenham in an official role. An agreement is already in place for him to start in the role starting no later than the 1st of October. He will return to lead recruitment just as he did previously. Gimme Sport report that Alexander Isak has no plans to ever play for Manchester United again. Caught Offside report that Newcastle, Everton and West Ham are all interested in a deal to sign Manchester City defender Nathan Ake before the transfer window shuts. The Dutchman is expected to cost around £35 million. Mail Sport report that Newcastle United's officials, including co-owner JB Ruman, have spoken to Alexander Isak at his home in an attempt to convince him to stay at Newcastle United this summer. That's your daily Premier League roundup and transfer update. Provide you the latest Premier League news all in one place. You're now up to date. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.